God, I tell you, that music gets me every single time. Hate it. Cannot stand that as intro music. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another randomly recorded episode of Off the Script. I am Jay, and once again, we are joined by someone different. It's almost the theme of the Off the Script podcast this time. Someone different every time, and then we get Elite back. This time around, we have the one and only Dan. Make yourself known, my dude Ski. And he misses a cue.
Hello.
There he is.
Sorry, I couldn't find the switch. I didn't know if my mic was still muted or not.
That's why we do this, boys. That's why we do this. Right, so special occasion today. We are doing this live. So we are live on the Twitch, and we are doing this for no particular reason other than...
link below.
Yes, follow the link below. Do the bits and pieces for the whatchamacallit. Strangely enough, we actually have a running order today, so it's a little bit different, to usual. But this time around, we're going to take opinions from the chat. We're going to do stuff, but
stuff. Ooh,
yeah. I guess once again, I feel like I'm doing these at the start of every single podcast now. So if you guys are sick and tired of hearing this bit, hey, I can't help it. So once again, we apologize for the super gap between this one and the last one, but again, life is life, and unfortunately we can't sit to recording on a regular basis, but hopefully that's going to be changing soon with doing these live and then sent to you guys. We're probably going to be mixing up hosts a little bit. We're going to have more regular people. We're going to have more one-offs, so maybe Dan will be back.
Definitely.
If you guys like Dan, hashtag Team Dan, you know how to do it. If you guys want Elite back, seriously, please bug the crap out of him. Like, twitch.tv/I am Gamer Elite. Get on there, bug the crap out of him, tell him to get to the podcast. Seriously. Anyways, Dan, for the people who don't know, give him a little bit of a nice little chit chat. Tell him who you are. Like, let's get in here.
I am Dan. I am also known on Twitch as Shadow Chaos. Well, Shadow_Chaos89. I am a variety streamer, mainly speedruns. I will be coming back, and I will be looking at Resident Evil 2 for a speedrun. I know they've got the achievements in there.
Oh baby,
they've got the achievements in there. They've set it up for speedrunners.
See, now that's going to be one of the things that's going to be on my list. Like, we're going to touch on Resi 2 in a minute. Like, that thing I cannot wait for.
I am wet for that game. I am ready.
Oh baby. I mean, so pretty much the best way to describe what we're going to be doing this today, we actually have a running order. We're going to be talking what the fuck moments on Twitch from last year and so far this year, because there's unsurprisingly there's been a few already. I mean, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. We're going to be touching on movies this time around, because we kind of like a little bit of movies there. Yeah, we're going to be talking games and anything else that we can think of at the same time. Shameless plugs, the usual bits and pieces. So I guess this is where we can move on to our first section. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what the fuck, Twitch? Seriously. So this month's controversies, this year's controversies as well as last year's. So what is it? We've had Ninja with his New Year's stream, because you can't talk about Twitch without talking about him. We've had his ads. His ads have been running non-stop, or were running non-stop on people's channels for a solid few days.
2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days at least.
And then Twitch was like, well, we need to get rid of this, because I mean, hell, even
they burned a lot of bridges.
Dude,
yeah, they burned a few bridges with that one.
Right. I mean, when you've got someone like Doc going, you know what, I'm not having this, get the fuck off of my channel, and
yeah,
just what are you doing, you clown? You need to rethink what you're doing, I think. Like,
Doc's definitely got one of those attitudes when it comes to Twitch, where if they don't fuck with him, he won't fuck with them. But after they put that out on, he was just like, no way in hell I'm letting this slide.
Right. See, the thing is, right, I don't keep up with big streamers. That's one probably a downside for me. I don't really go for the whole, oh hey, I've just finished my stream, I'm gonna go watch this partner, or I'm gonna go watch that partner, or I'm gonna go watch Doc, I'm gonna watch Ninja. I stick to my community a lot of the time. I like to stick to the guys that I know, because I like to help them guys out as much as possible. But as soon as I saw what Doc was getting like, I was like, okay, I got to get on this. I got to see what this guy's like. This guy, he's actually pretty badass. I won't lie. He's actually really
Doc's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. There was this one clip where honestly this kid had a wall hack along with an aimbot on.
good. Oh,
Took out
jeez.
Doc, and he was just like, "Oh, I've got to watch this MLG Pro skills. Watch the kill cam." It was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna watch this kid out. He looks quite good." Watched him and was basically just like, "The kid lost. He lost the match.
Wait.
Second, he came second in Blackout with wall hacks and aimbot on.
How
He did."
how do you lose when you're hacking?
Because the guy that came first was up his ass and decided to get him from behind. So of course the wall hacks and aimbot could not register because he was behind him. They'll only
Jesus.
register what is in front of you. So he got taken out from behind. And
Oh
the guy
my.
won.
Oh my. Okay, so by the way, I want to make something a little bit clear here. If you guys hear like random sound effects in the stream today, sorry, in the podcast today, even because we are live, we do have sound effects in the stream. So if you guys in the chat want to get involved, exclamation sounds in the chat, you guys can express your opinions with a nice little Nelson Muntz ha ha every now and then if needs be, and then you've got fail if you don't think that's worth it. Please don't spam it though, because obviously we need as clear audio as we can get. I probably should have disabled them.
Oh my.
There you go. So basically, this guy lost with wall hacks and aimbot, and how the fuck? Seriously, how do you do
I
that?
don't know.
I mean, I don't know how to hack. I don't know how to do these sorts of things, but I think even I might have had a bit of more of a chance of actually winning if that was the case. But-
The kid got caught. The kid got cocky and decided to leave himself out in the wide open and got taken from behind. That's the only reason why it happened. If he had kept his back towards the storm or had his back towards a wall, maybe he would have had a fighting chance. But no. Even Doc took the piss out of him. He's just like, "You've got wall hacks on and aimbot, and you still lost the game, bro."
That's absolutely ridiculous. Then again, as we've all known, Doc is take no shit, give no shit. That guy's just, well, no,
Oh,
take no
yeah.
shit, but give a lot of shit, I should say. Unlike, say, a certain multicolor head streamer that we was just talking about. Mr. Hey, everyone in Times Square, let's stand up and do a stupid dance. No. I think
that was
I think it's safe to say that everyone in Times Square on New Year's Eve during Ninja's New Year's stream basically showed him, with that one refusal to do that dance, what most people think of him these days. Like, he looked like an idiot. He looked like an absolute idiot. And I know we're probably,
Honestly-
like, we're like, yeah, we're like a week late to
There
the
you go.
party. We're a week late to the party on this, but, well, who cares? It's a hot topic even today, apparently. There's a lot of people that are still talking about it, apparently.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, let's go on. I'm fumbling
It's-
already.
What I love is the fact that he himself turned around and was saying, I don't care about numbers, I don't care about subs, I don't care about viewers, blah blah blah. I'm doing what I enjoy. But then as soon as the subs start to go down, he starts moaning like a little bitch. And then Twitch was just like, right, you know what? We're going to give you Times Square with Epic Games and help you get back up there. And what does he do? He moans because Times Square does not join in the floss at midnight. It's
I
like,
mean,
wow.
It's a stupid dance anyway. Like, I can't take that dance seriously as it is. But the fact that this is the thing that I hate about this dance so much. They've put it in the fucking Spyro trilogy.
It's everywhere.
And I'm just like, I
It's
love that game
fucking
so much,
everywhere.
and they've ruined that. I wouldn't say I don't want to go all knee-jerk reaction of, oh my god, the game's ruined because they're doing a stupid dance in it. Oh my god, they've kind of pulled over a trend or something. But I don't feel that.
No,
I
as
don't feel it should be
me as
done.
a bartender, they've ruined my life for me. As me as
What,
a
that
bartender,
dance?
honestly, there's not a single night that I work that some fucker is not standing there either on the dance floor or in front of the bar doing the motherfucking floss. It's just like, bro, please.
Jesus, it says a
It's
lot,
that
really.
or the fucking dab.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I did that, we was playing, Star Trek Bridge Crew last night. I did that just out of stupidity, because,
Yeah.
memes and such, but still.
Honestly, there was one night I was off. I was in my work. I was having a nice little vodka and coke, and one of the staff members decided to dab. One of the ones that was on. So I took a bit of ice out my drink and actually threw it at them. The supervisor was just like, why the hell did you do that? It's just like, I'm sorry. Anyone who does the dab deserves ice thrown at them.
Well, see, if that was the case, then I would be out of ice as I carried it around me, because longtime friend and friend of the stream and friend of the podcast, Connie, you guys know her. Feel free to check her out on Instagram. You can find a link in... yeah, because that didn't sound creepy at all. Jesus. You can find a link in stream. She just randomly dabs for no reason. And I'm just like, did you... I give her the deathiest of death stare, and I'm just like, did you really... seriously just dab? And she's like, yep, what of it? And I'm just like, okay, I don't know how we're friends, but apparently we are. So there's that.
I'll let Connie off with it. I'll let her off with it.
No, sorry, I've got to go to the chat here real quick, and Pig, friend of the stream, and that's it. The dab was only good when the Fallout puppet does it, but that's it. I kind of have to agree with the whole Fallout thing. So quickly getting back on topic real quick. So Twitch what the fuck moments. So there's been a long list of bans and unbans and stuff like that that's been happening. I was doing a little bit of research on some of these YouTube videos that like to kind of go out there and tell you, hey, this is what's happening on Twitch this week and this month and that lot. So one girl apparently threw out a host or a raid or something like that and forgot, in air quotes, that when you do that, you don't end your stream automatically.
It doesn't end your stream.
I mean, duh, dipshit. It only changes your fucking channel over. There's this big red button on Streamlabs OBS if you're using it that says end stream. And if you're not on Streamlabs OBS, then it's on every other streaming software that says end stream. And it will tell you. She had then, apparently 20 seconds after she threw this host out and quote-unquote forgot, she then got naked. She then got banned. Thank you, perfect timing on the Facebook ping there. Made me sound correct, like it. So she then got banned, and then a couple of days later she got unbanned, and now apparently she's a partner.
And is banned again.
She's apparently she went quote unquote full-time streamer, and apparently she became a partner or something like that. I don't know. She might be, she might not be. I've not looked into it that much, but apparently she's now a full-time streamer just because of that. So.
Oh no, she announced that she was going to be a full-time streamer, and then ended up getting banned again, and she's not announced as to why.
It's probably the same reason, to be honest. It's probably something to do with the same reason. There's also a girl who, I think it was on New Year's or on Christmas, flashed her stream when someone donated and requested it. Turns out, doing a bit of research into that one, she's actually a webcam girl, so that doesn't surprise me at all. She's trying to basically promote herself on other places, which sounds like what most of them do.
Is she? Damn, I didn't do my research on that one.
No, I've been researching a few bits and pieces when I see about some of these bands. I can't remember the names, but I can remember some of the bits and pieces that's going on. So it doesn't surprise me, because apparently the IRL section and the Just Chatting section these days has just become completely and utterly toxic and completely and utterly.
Yeah. Speaking of toxic, can we just touch on the huge argument between the streamer that is Jenna and Faith?
I don't know much about that one, so you can enlighten us as much as you like on that one, Wendy.
Basically, well, not long-time friends. They've been friends maybe 9 months. They met through the god-famous, and everyone knows this, Raj Patel show. They're both judges on the Twitch Does Tinder. You've never heard of Raj Patel?
I can't say that I have, to be honest.
He's famous. Well, he is actually famous. He is the inventor of the podcast section. Podcasts were invented because of him. He does Twitch, does Tinder, King of the Hill. And the thing is, right? A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's sexist, blah blah," but he's switched it around a bit. He does days now where it's Twitch does Tinder reverse, so it's male judges, female contenders, and then female judges, male contenders. So it's equal now.
Honestly,
He's made them all
it's a
equal.
little it's a little bit more open opportunity sort of thing. It's not just guys sitting
Yeah.
there going, "Oh my god, she's hot, I would," that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, Jenna and Faith had met through the Raj Patel show. They had become close friends very quickly. Now, they went out to LA for the new year to spend it with D3, aka Icy, and, aka Ice, aka Paul, and a few others. Now, Jenna had apparently started off a lot of arguments during this trip.
I just want to quickly throw in there. Don't forget, this is all hearsay. We obviously don't know any of this. We
Oh
can't.
no, it's actually true.
Well, I was to say we just want to put the disclaimer out there just to cover our own backs. I know
Okay.
I know we're not a big podcast. We're not like massive out there. But if someone stumbles across it, hears us talking about this sort of thing, and goes, "Oh well, that's obviously fake, or that's obviously this, or they're just slandering." I just want to make sure. That we're covered. I don't know anything about this. Dan is just saying what he said, so we're just covering our backsides on this one.
After Hogmanay, basically Jenna had done a stream, and basically she didn't throw names out there, but she targeted Faith. Now, Faith being the person she is, because I have watched her before, I've watched her quite a few times, decided, right, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm genuine, which she actually is. She sat there and done a stream one day all about mental health awareness,
which I can completely get behind.
Yeah,
anyone who is happy to sit there and talk about that is an absolutely amazing person in that respect.
I suffer from depression and all that, and she was basically like, right, guys, don't be scared, come on. It was supposed to be a sub-only thing, but she did open it up, which I say well done to her. But I got on, and me and her honestly sat there for an hour and a half, which actually felt like half an hour, just yapping away about mental health awareness, heaps of random things. She is a genuine down-to-earth person. So her immediate reaction to it was, right, you know what? I'm going to fire back, defend myself, and actually fire a few shots off of her bow and be like, yo, you know what? I'm not the one who tried cheating on my European lad on Hogmanay. I'm not the one who writes off personal purchases such as flights to LA for Hogmanay and £25,000 boots as business expenses.
Well, that's just some people, I guess.
But that's it is massive argument. It is all over Twitch right now. The clip is sitting within Discord. I think that is probably going to be linked in the YouTube. Is it?
Probably YouTube goodness. I will throw a link to the Asylum's Discord down in the description if you guys are more than welcome. You guys are more than welcome to come along, pop down in the Off the Script channel and let us know what you want to hear more of. On that subject, we're going to turn the page and move on to a nice little word from our sponsors, or the sponsors that we wish we had, of McDonald's. Dude, McDonald's news. They are officially bringing back the double cheeseburger, but the bacon double cheeseburger is back, baby. But it's £2. I remember when I used to be able to buy that
bacon cheese fries.
I remember when I used to be able to buy that bacon double cheeseburger for £1.50, and a double cheeseburger when I came back from school. Oh, it's the best thing ever. But it's officially back on the menu in the UK. Don't know where it is stateside. It's probably been there for a very, very long time. But if you want to get one of yours, all you got to do, go to your local McDonald's. # off the script. Just show them that you listen to us, and you can get a bacon double cheeseburger for free. Disclaimer: you cannot get the bacon double cheeseburgers for free from McDonald's because we don't actually have a sponsorship with them. Please tweet the fuck out of them and get us a sponsorship because that would be fucking amazing. Anyway, bacon cheese fries, did you say?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sounds good to me. Right. So
It's about time. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
I
about friggin' time.
I would completely agree on that one. So we want to move on to movies and games real quick because we've got some good shit coming out this year. Apparently, there's a few games that have been delayed from last year, moving on to this year, i.e., Anthem,
Mm-hmm.
which is really starting to kind of not look as good as it originally was. Because me and Pig were really hyped for Anthem when we saw it announced at E3, and apparently now it's kind of starting to look. I don't know the best way of putting
Yeah.
it. It's just not looking as good as it was originally announced to look, which is a bit of a shame because I was really hoping that thing was going to be amazingly good. So the hype around that's maybe not as good as it was, but you never know till it comes out. I guess you can't judge until you've played it. So until they do like an open beta or something like that, we can't really tell. We've got Division 2 coming out.
Yep.
Don't know if that's going to be any
I'm
good
hyped
though.
for that one.
Could be good. I don't know.
I love the first division. I love the first division. I played the hell out of it.
See, I liked it until they started throwing in way too many expansions. Like I played that since beta and day one, and then I got all the way
Yeah.
through. Hated the Dark Zone so much because people were absolute arseholes in that.
Yeah.
One of my experiences in that one was like I was running around. I must have spent about 3 hours in the Dark Zone. Had like so many good things, so many rare items, all that good stuff, and then a team of 4 just comes along, mows me down, and takes my shit. I'm just like, cool, that's 3 hours wasted.
It's not as bad as being shot in the asshole by a single person and having it all taken.
I mean, 4-on-1, I guess. Yeah, there's no situation of winning that one, which kind of sucks. We've got the new Metro game, which if you guys were in our Let's Watch E3, oh my god, if I could speak English, that would be amazing. If you guys remember being in the Let's Watch E3 stream that we did, the Metro game looks absolutely fucking amazing. I will not lie.
The Metro games always do.
Yeah, it's actually got to the point where I want to sit there and go back and play the Metro Last Light game and Metro Redux. I want to play the Redux games and get through to that before that comes out.
Far Cry, I'm not 100% sold on.
It looks like it's. I know it sounds weird, but it looks like it wants to be Fallout. It's probably going to be a better Fallout than Fallout.
Yeah. It's for those of you who do not know, no spoiler alert. Well, kind of is actually. It doesn't matter. Basically, if you've seen the trailer, then you already know. If you haven't, what it is from the end of Far Cry 5, a nuke is launched on the location that you are on, and basically just annihilates the whole fucking area. And Fallout 6 is basically another character in the same area, just going along. Yeah. Mm. Oh, I'm not gonna lie though, 76 is actually gaining popularity now. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people picked it up when it went dirt cheap, and they have found the same addiction that me, you, and Pig and Connor all found on it.
See, because
They have found the addiction, and a lot of streamers have been going live with Fallout 76 as of late.
I'm guessing in a way it's almost the hype's died down enough that these guys are coming back, and the hype's coming back, and it's kind of got to the point where, well, the game's such a trash fire these days that people want to meme as much as possible. There's a lot of people who are still enjoying it. I kind of want to get back to it. I realize, sorry, there's a point that last minute or two I may have been muted, so you may have had a bit of audio difficulties on that one.
I do want to go back and see what new has been added from all the updates. I know that in the Discord, once again, will be in the description if you want to check it out. But the update patches are there, and but I do want to see what has actually changed. I know that one of the updates actually added in a Christmas theme, It actually put
Yeah.
up Christmas lights in all the buildings that you could go into, along with random Christmas trees.
See, that part I do like, the fact that they would kind of decorate it, but that's not uncommon from Bethesda in general. Like, they tend to put kind of like
Mhm.
Christmas themed stuff. If you go into if you go into Diamond City on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, you'll see that they've got Christmas decorations up. That's nothing unusual. Usually, that's a Bethesda thing. The only issues that I'm still having with Fallout 76 and stuff like that is there's still the graphical issues of I've put my base down in a particular spot, which is quite nice to build with because it's quite flat and quite easy to go with. Half of my base will render in, the other half won't. I
Yeah.
can't move my base because when I went to put mine down, for some reason I was having some kind of strange issue where it triplicated everything that I had when I moved one base to the next. So
Yeah.
my base limit is massively over it. I can't put anything else in there. Even if I level up to maximum level, I cannot do absolutely anything because my build level is just insane. I've got like 3 bases worth of stuff. I've tried to junk
Yeah.
walls, I've tried to junk machines, I've done everything. If I try and rebuild or remove the base that I've got now, I would not be able to do it because I would hit my base limit again. So I can't get in my door without having to look at the ground, turn sideways, and kind of side shuffle into it because that's the only way that that particular, like the front of the building's going to render. Then if I stand there at the back of my base and look into like where the door is, it's fine. But if I look at my back wall from the front door, half of it's out of render, so I can't use any of the machines or anything that's there. So it's really buggy in that respect still. I love the fact that they've put the bulldozer mode in. They upped the stash limit, which was absolutely amazing. Those two things
It was sorely needed.
that was personally, I think that stash could probably get up to a little bit more just to make it a little bit easier. Because if you think about it, there's going to be enough people on there by now that's probably have like 3 or 4 different sets of power armor that they're going to want to keep hold of them. There's going to be more people that are going to be dealing with other stuff. And
look how much we got for launching the nuke.
Oh, exactly. If you're anything like me, and I'm a hoarder in these games, I'm just a trash collector. I do what I have patented the encumbered runs. I will just walk from one place to another, collect everything that I can. Don't care about my carry limit, and I'll come back with like 1,000 carry weight in junk alone. That's it, and I'll just keep going. That'll be my day. Grind out my stuff like that. I want to go back to Fallout 76 so bad, I really do, but
It's
I don't know. Until they open up the vaults, I'm not feeling it as much because
it's
I don't know.
I want them to add a bit more content.
I think the biggest thing for us is it's the same thing. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off on that one. Just real quick question from my head. I think it's as people were saying, the biggest lack is lack of NPCs. I know that at the moment we're the first out of the vault. Every survivor that's out is the first out of the vault. That makes sense that there's no one else out there except for the people that are dead and the holotapes. But I think there is massive room for expansion when we open up the vaults and we start having vault DLC. Then the people from those vaults can start coming out and populating the world and making it just that little bit bigger and make it a little bit more full of life.
I know this year they are planning on opening up the vaults, which are technically going to be the raids.
Yep.
They're technically going to be what you can get in ESO. It's going to be a 4-man team. Go in, go through the place, raid as much as you can, defeat a boss, and get loot, basically.
Which
I'm looking forward
pretty
to that.
much, yeah, I was gonna say that pretty much sounds like the fun thing to do. I mean, you can imagine nice night with your mates going, okay, cool. So I've got my XO1 power armor. I got my super modded 50 cal. I got over 2,000 rounds. I got all my stim packs. Bloody bloody blah. Let's go. Just checking the chat here real quick. Pigs have been giving us a couple of bits and pieces on info. We've got there's been no updates since the week before Christmas, so everything's still the same. So when we got that, the only things that have already been updated is the nearly called it C Store, but this isn't Star Trek Online, the Atom Store.
Yeah.
So there's that. So other than like the odd theme or two, which let's not get started on atoms because I was having this discussion yesterday, and it's
They're useless. They're nothing really.
If it's anything, it's over expensive skins for the sake of nothing. Apparently the
Yeah,
roadmap will be coming
basically.
out tomorrow. Tomorrow being the 10th of January, just for anyone that's just to give a time
Yeah,
date on when
because
we're recording this.
this. Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of want to see the game grow more. I really got into Fallout when I was doing the Fallout 4 run. Never finished that. Really annoyed with myself on that. Tried to go back to it a little while back. Just I couldn't do it. Really couldn't do it after playing
Yeah.
76. But
Unfortunately, my Fallout 4 is to the point where I've got too many quests going. I don't know what's what, and
mine was pretty much that. I went for the Let's Kill Preston run, and I kind of got halfway through it, and I couldn't keep going. Okay, so we're a little
yeah.
behind on our schedule on bits and pieces and stuff like that. So let's move on to we've done games. We've done
Res 2?
yes, Resident Evil 2. So hands down one of the biggest games I'm looking forward to this year, because
Yep.
I was growing up around about the times when my sister was playing a Resident Evil games. So I think my first exposure to Resident Evil was Resident Evil 3. Cannot wait for that to get remastered.
Oh, Nemesis. I am
second-
definitely going to be throwing all my money
Oh
at
yes, I will.
Microsoft for that one.
I will throw money at Square Enix for a special edition of that one if they bring it out, and I would just be like, right. I don't care what you put in
Square
it.
Enix, Capcom.
Capcom. Sorry, I'm thinking Final Fantasy VII remake, which is also a
Yeah.
shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Yes, no, Capcom. If they do a badass special edition for it, I would be like, right, shut up, take my money, give me your physical special edition. I want it. Because
The demo, though. Sorry.
Yes,
Just touch
no.
base
This
on
is let's do that. I was literally just about to switch onto that demo. Let's do the thing.
Demo, for anyone who is listening, if you do decide to do this, it is a one and done. You exit the game, you cannot go back in. You shut down the game, you cannot go back in. You complete the game, you cannot go back in. This is all due to the Anthem piss take, where you had the
No,
big
Anthem.
streamers.
Do you want to correct you on that one? Not Anthem.
Okay.
Atlas.
Atlas.
I can't believe
you
it's not an
had-
Arc reskin.
Yeah, you had the big streamers like Shroud and all that who sat in game waiting for an hour before the servers opened, grinding the viewers out, basically getting as much viewers in before the servers opened so they could have the most viewers for when
Excuse
it
me.
dropped.
And I gotta say, as a
So-
small streamer myself, who used to make, I wouldn't say make a living, but make most of my content came from what came before on Arc. I used to struggle like hell on Arc because I'd obviously have to be fighting like the Alpha tribes and stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't fighting them exactly, but I'd be fighting their streams, and I would be doing everything I could to kind of work hard on that game. And then there's these people literally sitting on the menu just getting the viewers for nothing. I know most people go, "Oh, shut up, you're just salty about it." No, I would put in fucking hard work on that game. And I'm missing out to people that are just basically sitting on the back of a Bronto swinging a tail for 6 hours because they're, oh, I'm in an alpha fight. Just, ugh. But no, I know what you mean. Like, I'm liking the idea behind a half hour and done. I think that's honestly one of the best ideas. Like, you're in that game. It would be an absolute piss take if you boot the game up, just get started, and something goes wrong with your console, so you have to restart, and you can't
but I think
redo it.
I think there'll be a system in there that'll recognize if your system shuts down through a glitch.
I'd like to think so. Like, I would like to think that
Microsoft. I know that if you do get the jerking sound of death on the Xbox, it does send the reason why it takes so long to shut down is because your Xbox does record the data and it does send it to Microsoft.
Right.
It does basically report it to Microsoft and says, "Look, I have had a forced shutdown here. This is the point in the game. This is what was happening." So Microsoft can record it and then send it back to the game developer itself. So all those jerk shutdowns that you had in 76, they've all gone back to Bethesda, and Bethesda's been like, right, this is maybe what's causing it, or this is the coding that's causing it. Let's fix that.
Then again, it's just
So
Bethesda. They don't see anything wrong with any of their games. Don't forget, everything is perfect and everything is fine. And wouldn't it be nice if our games just
No,
worked?
they fixed one thing.
Go
They
on.
fixed the partial humanist robot. No, the partial humanist AI that you heard during the gameplay at E3, where people were going nuts, being like, you know what, you were just racist towards a demon.
So
Yes, People went off their nut and said they were racist against demons.
Well, this is a snowflake community we live in, but we don't want to open up that can of beans. So basically, again, we're referring to chat a lot here, which is the thing I'm liking about this live edition today. So Pig, the fountain of all knowledge, as it seems to be with a lot of things. Apparently, they're putting in new and more puzzles in Resident Evil 2 in this remake, like they did with Resident Evil 1. So now you're not going to be speedrunning sections just going, oh, I know exactly how this worked in the last one. I'm just going to run through here and avoid this and just go around here. And, oh, well, I know this puzzle and blah, blah, blah. You're still going to have that aspect, but it's going to be like, oh, wait, I don't remember this. This is new. Because there is up to around 2 to 3 hours of extra content added into Resident Evil 2, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for that.
Something else that will be getting beta tested as well, which Pig in chat has not touched on, is the fact as well that they will be beta testing. They will be beta testing their new AI system, which will be coming with Resident Evil 8.
Ooh.
Because with this new AI system, which they were testing in 7 as well, this AI will actually learn your patterns, which will make things harder for speedrunners.
Oh, so they're kind of going to start. It sounds like they're going to the Alien Isolation approach of a semi-intelligent AI system. Because
what their plan is, if say that there's a burning house in Res 8 and a plank of wood falls between you and the creature, right? The game will learn this and be like, right, a plank of wood falls there. So how about I actually come in from this direction, avoid the plank of wood, and get them from the side instead?
See, I like that, because that's again, that was the biggest issue that I used to have with Xenomorph. I would be hiding under a table. He somehow knew I was under that exact table, so I had to then start hiding under a different table. I freaking love that idea. Speaking of Alien, real quick, so we're coming up to an anniversary, or we're just on an anniversary of the Alien films. I think it's 25th. Or 40th?
I love those films.
It's a big one. I will be reminded, no doubt. They were talking about a big collection that's going to be Blu-ray, DVDs, all this sort of stuff. But they're doing a 3-way collection of this one. And it's going to be physical in the respect of there's comics or a book. They've not actually said whether it's a comic
there is
or
a graphic novel.
There you go. There's a graphic novel, there's a DVD collection, and there is a new game that revolves around Amanda Ripley from Alien Isolation. 40th September is its 40th anniversary. Thank you, Pig. So the 40th anniversary is going to be that. So I was looking into it. What's this new game going to be? Is it going to be Alien Isolation 2? Is it going to be a new console? Is it going to be on PC? Is it going to be this? It's mobile. And now I'm sitting there not as hyped for it, because I was really hoping we'd get Alien Isolation 2 and kind of have a new sort of look to it. But it might be good, it might be bad, I don't know. I'm really hoping that it will be, because I'm not much of a mobile gamer, but mobile gaming seems to be taking off again.
Well, to be perfectly honest, regardless of whether it's a mobile game or not, it will still trump Colonial Marines.
I think everything trumps Colonial Marines. I think the old Sega Genesis versions of the Alien games. Fuck, even a Commodore 64 ET game. I think it was Commodore 64 that ET was on? I don't know. That really shitty ET game that broke gaming. That made gaming companies shut down and say, no, we're not doing it anymore. Is still better than Alien Colonial Marines.
The game that's worth millions today and is still buried in the Sahara Desert somewhere.
Jumanji is a better game than Colonial Marines.
I had to cry for one of my mates. Honestly, we sat there for hours. We grinded the hell out of this game. We almost finished it, had the full 1,000. We were working through the challenges, and what does this game do? It crashes, shuts down, and the save corrupts.
Oh, wow, that is one of the worst things that could ever happen. I would hate that. So again,
honestly,
we're
putting back to the start.
Oh, Jesus. Seriously, it made him have to do that all over again.
Yep.
I think kind of what I would be saying at that point. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm out. I ain't touching this game.
I literally heard this controller bounce off the fucking wall. As soon as it done it, and he was just like, for fuck's sake, bounce. It's like, okay.
So again, like, this is the thing with mobile gaming. Like, as again, Pig has mentioned. Pig, thank you for being just as much of a podcast today as you normally are. Appreciate that. That's fantastic. it was exactly like EA showing Command and Conquer last year at E3, and it turned out that that was on mobile as well. I think
Yeah.
mobile gaming's having a resurrection again. Like, mobile gaming used to be just, hey, we've got this going on. It's a thing.
Mobile gaming was essentially before it started coming back alive again. Was essentially basically Simpsons Tapped Out
Pretty much. I think that's
or
what most of them are
Farmville.
these days. Like, I think it's safe to say that most of these things are becoming just mobile gaming is once again just becoming a big thing. It's like, hey, phones are more powerful now. Phones are bigger again because apparently technology's gone from how small can we make it to how big can we make it. Which I got.
Although
I want to touch very slightly here. I when I get bored off stream, I watched a guy Jerry Rig Everything on YouTube, and I watch his phone durability tests. Do not buy the latest iPad. Have you seen how shit that thing is? That thing bends in a split second and just fucks up.
Avoid the iPad and avoid the iPhone X. If you're going for an iPhone X, go for the XS. This boy literally threw the phone off the ground. With a cover and without a cover, and both phones stayed intact. He was just as impressed as I think Apple were.
Exactly.
The XS is very durable. Slight scratches, no cracks.
Exactly.
Unlike the X, where he dropped it from waist height and it smashed instantly.
There you go. I mean, that's the thing. They're just not that great. But yeah. Okay. So touching back to what we were saying. If any of these new games that come out on mobile are anything like they used to be, then you can see them being all the rage again. Because as we were saying before, there was Simpsons Tapped Out was the biggest thing, and then next thing you know, you start getting Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff, which is exactly the same as Simpsons Tapped Out. You start getting all of these other games that are just basically another collect and go thing, or you start getting these puzzle games again and stuff like that. I think one of the first proper almost like games that I played on a mobile was like an old Killzone on like a really old Nokia gaming phone, and that was just really weird.
I'm sorry, but nothing will ever beat my first gaming experience on a phone, and it never will. No game will ever come close to it. Snake.
That is the best game of all time, and if you've never played Snake, then you need to check yourself before you turn your controllers in.
Oh no,
quit.
it's available. It's available in the iPhone and Android app stores. So if you have not played the game, I suggest you go download it. It's not like the original, but it's still as fun.
You can't get the same experience of hitting clickety clack on the old buttons. Yes, we're old. Deal with it, but it's still just as good.
Right.
So
on to our last gaming topic.
Oh, I think we've got a few left, but okay. So let's talk real quick. Some of the extras that we're looking forward to. We're still looking forward to the Resident Evil remakes. Final Fantasy VII remake. Biggest thing I'm looking forward to this year. That is just going to be oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm creaming my pants just thinking about it.
The only thing that's getting me is that it is going to be episodic.
I'm liking the idea to that a little bit.
Square Enix has said that every episode will be a standard game size.
So yeah, you're basically playing a full game every episode.
It'll feature special little side missions and everything throughout there, and all of that. So that'll be quite good. But it will be episodic.
That I'm actually quite looking forward to. So we've got that.
They're just trying to grind it out, but
I'm hoping. The one thing I'm hoping. While you're going a little bit jumpy, the one thing I'm hoping is that they don't charge a lot of money per episode. Like if they're deciding to do it on think like Walking Dead Telltale Games basis where they do like the seasons type thing. Hopefully they don't do it like that and charge a lot, or make it like pay for DLC where hey, you can play a certain amount of the game and there you go. So real quick before we move on to the next bits, I think you're just about to point what I was just about to say, right?
Yeah, thanks to Pig for reminding us. For those of you who do not know,
go on.
The original writer for the graphic novels for The Walking Dead has picked up The Walking Dead Season 3 and will be releasing Part 3, aka the final episode of Season 3 next week.
Yep, we finally get Season 3's thing on this one, so that's going to be a good little bit for that. So fingers crossed, we should be able to get The Walking Dead complete, and I may actually finally do that playthrough, which I said I was going to start a long time ago. Started on the New Year's Eve stream and never finished. So let's kick over to something else real quick, because I mean we've got a little bit of time left, and then we've got the pre-show after this. So if you guys want to listen to the pre-show, and the pre-show and the post-show, which we're going to be doing after this one, you know where we are, twitch.tv/that Mr. J. It'll be in the things. It'll be in the description somewhere. It'll be in the bits and pieces, all that good stuff. So you've been out to the cinema. You've gone and watched one of the, I can't believe it's not Marvel, but sort of Marvel films lately. You was obviously in Venom.
Oh, you forgot the one game and topic that we were discussing as well, that we were going to discuss.
In that case, pause that, rewind, finish off the gaming section.
The sponsor servers.
That was it, Atlas. How much that game means to me, Atlas. I completely and utterly forgot. So real quick, we've got a little bit of controversy over sponsor streams for Atlas and that sort of stuff. So again, if anyone doesn't know, Atlas is basically going to be more of a piratey-based game of Ark. Basically, it is literally an Ark reskin. I've sat there, I've watched the video of all of these characters, like all of the animals out there, and I'm like, oh, that thing's from Ark. Oh, that thing's from Ark. Oh, hey, look at that monkey that is exactly the same from Ark. So there was controversy over sponsored streamers on Twitch streaming from Atlas-only servers, like Atlas-sponsored servers. Tell us more. Obviously, don't forget, we don't want to slander anyone. We only want to know. We only want to tell the facts.
Right.
But
so,
tell them what you know.
Basically, there was select streamers, big streamers. There was no little ones selected, of course. They were selected to go on the sponsor servers, show how unglitchy the final servers will be to try and boost game sales. These sponsor streamers were given 150k for doing these. Now, some streamers turned it down, said, no, sorry, I make enough as it is. I'd feel dirty as hell taking that money just so I can promote your game.
I would like to say, by the way, if somebody came and offered me that amount of money at this stage in my life, I would snap that up, no problems. But I would like to think that I would donate at least a certain amount of that to a charity.
But there was other streamers who'd done it, and basically they got shit from their chats. They were basically ripped to shreds. They were just like, you're a fucking sellout for doing it. I can't believe you're doing this. And
then again, how much of that is just jealousy from the person who wishes that they were getting that kind of money just to play a game?
Maybe, I don't know.
You know?
But it has come out that at least 2 or maybe 3 of the streamers have turned around and either said, look, I'm just going to put the money back into the stream, better the gear, better the stuff, better stream for you guys to watch.
Put it into money for like things for giveaways, which would be amazing.
Yep. And there is one streamer that there is the link in the Discord. Once again, will be in the description. Basically,
you have to remind me about all of this.
Basically, being like, you know what, guys, you were right. I sold out. I do apologize. Here is a PayPal link. Here's the PayPal receipt showing that I have donated this 150k to St. Jude's Hospital.
Which is an absolutely amazing place to do it. Like, I would honestly say, if you're going to donate to any kind of charity, donate to a children's charity, because people...
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Go on.
I'm not going to lie. There's these group of streamers that get together every year, big and small. They do this every Halloween. They will do a whole weekend. They've actually gone for a whole week before, basically streaming horror games all together.
Is this
all over one channel.
Extra Life?
No, it's St. Jude's.
Ah, right. It's it's the dedicated St. Jude's stream. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ravenheart hosted it this year, but they will stream across one channel throughout this weekend and raise money for St. Jude's, which
is amazing.
I give them props for it. They raised so much this year.
I want to very quickly touch on the charity stream situation at the end when we're into the any other business section, because that's something I want to talk about in general, because charity streaming is it's a bit of a touchy subject on that one. So we'll get to that. But no, I see what you mean. Like the fact that there's a lot of these big streamers that are just like, hey, look, we're playing this game. We want you to buy
Yeah.
it because it's an amazing game. Oh, well, really, guys, we're actually on this private dedicated server that is the best quality you'll get. So you're seeing it. We're not telling you that. We're getting paid, so whether it sucks or not does not mean anything to us.
Oh yeah.
Spend your money on it because it's a wildcard game by any other name. Like, if you've ever played Ark, if you've ever touched Ark, you will know that game, even 3 years since it went into the Xbox preview program,
Yeah.
maybe
The
even
servers are
4 by
so
now.
buggy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the game released about a year ago officially, and they brought their last DLC map out, I think, 3 or 4 months ago. And to this day, that game still has issues. Like, I have been playing that game for more hours than I care to count. I think the last time I checked. In fact, the Xbox Year in Review thing gave me my Year in Review, and last year I spent over 500 hours on Ark alone. I know that's not much to some people, but that's a lot of time for me on one game.
I'm not gonna lie. My report came back and gave me 200 hours on Destiny 2.
There you go. Exactly. So if someone's spending that amount of time on Destiny and I'm using that much time on Ark, I've put a lot of my days into that thing. I remember I was doing 17-hour streams daily on that game, building, taming, grinding, doing everything. And the fact that that's literally all Atlas is. It's the same thing, except now we're on a boat, and you can't really solo that game that well. Because I've been watching a couple of people play. One of my guys that I know, Pacheco, he is also he doesn't do it. Izzy 3Gs, who plays with Pacheco on Blackout. By the way, ladies and gents, I want to do a super quick shout out here. There's another podcast you guys need to be listening to. It's the Brothers Codcast, the Brothers Podcast on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Izzy_3GS. He's an amazing little podcaster, brilliant streamer. Dude does a good job. He's been playing Atlas lately, so I've kind of been watching his stuff on that. And I want to give my dude Pacheco a shout out because he's fucking amazing. Twitch.tv/Pacheco_OW. He's doing his first ever. We will be touching on that. What Pig's saying in just a second. Bear with me. He's doing his first solo Call of Duty Code Red tourney soon. So please go over, show my brother some love. That guy is absolutely amazing. Just have to put that out there.
Yeah, the team ones finished the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, he actually did. Like, him and Izzy did really good in their team tournaments. They were holding in the first Code Red that came out. They were holding third place for most of the tourney until the Boom TV stats thing started fucking up. But they were holding third place for quite a while. They were in the top 10 for most of that thing, so they were doing so good. So please go check out Izzy_3GS and Pacheco_OW. I will throw their channel links down in the description. They are brilliant people. Don't tell them we sent you. Just go show them some love. They're amazing people, honestly.
Right. So I just checked over your Arc stats.
Yes.
I have 4 days, 21 hours, 27 minutes. You are sitting at 53 days, 22 hours, and 11 minutes.
Yeah, I put my life into that game at one point. So yeah. Okay. So we're quickly jumping in again. We're touching on chat. So Pigs, back onto the Atlas situation real quick. Apparently there was a server with a maximum of 70 streamers on it at any one point, and it ran okay. And somehow they're expecting to run 40,000.
Yep.
Which I don't see how that's going to work. Atlas is
it's like the Sea of Thieves servers.
Yeah, actually, we'll touch on Sea of Thieves as well before we move on, because that's getting a boom in popularity again.
Oh yeah, I noticed that actually. I noticed you playing it the other night.
Yeah, I may have had a few
That's what made me decide to re-download it. I noticed you on there. I was just like, there's been a lot of updates since, and a lot of new content.
I think it's
go back.
I think it's Summit who's been playing it a lot lately. Who's I've been hearing this from Elite, so I was hearing this for a couple of days from Elite. So apparently,
Summit's dropped Atlas.
Yeah, he's gone back to Sea of Thieves,
it.
and apparently he's showing everyone how to be a pirate. So he's going onto servers and being a pirate. He's destroying people, he's blowing them up, he's taking their shit. He's basically playing full pirate life. He's going insane on it. So there's that. So that thing's got a new lease of life, which, to be honest with you, finally, because I was playing the game in alpha testing. And I was like, this game would be so good, be amazing. The only downside to it is that there's just nothing to do between land
Oh
and
yeah.
land
It's
unless
just
you want to
it's just a case of go get a mission, stick it on the table, activate it, go get what you need to get,
come
take it
back.
back to the point, end it.
They've updated it a lot now to the point where you've got there's skeleton ships which you can fight, so they're like legendary ships that you can fight, and they are fucking difficult. There's the
Oh,
Megalodon hunt, which is really difficult. Managed to do that
trust
one,
me,
thankfully.
I was on the game for 5 minutes and bumped into a fucking TNT fucking skeleton.
Yep, that's a thing. There's legendary skeletons now that can be covered in gold that I don't know how you meant to kill those guys. There's story mode coming soon, which is going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Cannot wait for that. The Kraken is now wild and wandering in the water, so that you can stumble across a Kraken attack at any time.
Oh yay.
So that's going to be great. They've basically every single sort of like update that they've put into the game that was just like a special edition, like, you know, like a special thing for a certain amount of time, they've left in the game as far as I know. So the Megalodon is out there still. The Kraken is out there still. The skeleton ships are still out there. There's a lot to be done.
See, what the thing is that the alpha that you played, I wouldn't technically. Well, I would say that's an alpha.
That was a true alpha.
This
is when it was still under NDA testing.
The game itself when it came out was, it shouldn't have been a full release to begin with. It should have been a preview program. It shouldn't have been out when it did. It should have just gone into a preview program and into the Games Pass so people could still play it and test it out. I think what we're starting to see is the end product. I think this is what they wanted for the game.
If Rare released it maybe 6 months to a year later, like they took it out of beta testing just a little later than they did, that would have been brilliant. Like,
yeah,
it released with too little, I think was the worst thing. Like once a lot of people were sitting there going, okay, so what, I just basically sit here and I say, oh, from this point to that point, dig up a treasure chest, take it back. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, so no, I just go get skulls now. Yeah,
it's the same with 76. It's basically, it's still in its infancy. It's still in a beta test. All its content is not out yet, and they're releasing it in dribs and drabs just to fucking test the servers out, test the waters, be like, right,
at the moment,
servers are fine like this.
The way Sea of Thieves is now, I think this is how it should, like, this is how content should be released. Release it every now and then. Don't give it like don't go, right, we're releasing everything straight away so there's no future plan. We want to release it at a certain point where it's stable, it's ready, it's good, there's good content that can keep people playing for a while.
Like,
and then
like a Rainbow Six Siege. They release seasons. They release say like they had season 1, they had the 2 operators plus a new map, then they had 2 operators and a map, and then released season 2 with 2 more operators and a map.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming with that one. They do, they update it every now and then, and they give you some new things to play with. I mean, the basic core concept of the game is always going to still be the same, but it moves on to a couple of other bits and pieces. It goes that I can understand. That is a good that's a good comparison, I suppose, in that respect.
Pig, like Pig said in chat, it's not like No Man's Sky where they released the full game and we're just like, here you go, guys. This is the game.
That game was brilliant. That game was brilliant 2 years afterwards. That game's good now. Sort of.
Yeah.
But when that thing first released, I remember watching my guy, names. Grundy. My friend Grundy, he was streaming that when it first came out on PlayStation. And I was watching it and I was like, so what are we doing? Oh, you just, you go fly from different planets, you kind of find some materials and this, that, the other. I'm like, oh, so it's kind of like an intergalactic, better looking Minecraft in a way. It's kind of like someone's gone, right, let's take the discovery aspect of Explorer games. Let's take the fight, like the creation style of a couple of other things. Let's do a few other bits and pieces with that. Let's kind of put Minecraft aspect, Elite Dangerous aspect, and maybe a couple of other bits and pieces in there as well, and turn it into a game. But there was so much to it that they just couldn't kind of stabilize it enough for it to look good, because they're like, every planet you land on is going to be different. Every creature you see is going to be different. It's going to have its own individual little thing, but it's going to look so different every time. And I've seen some of the abominations that came out of the early days of No Man's Sky,
Yeah,
and yeah, it just it
it's yeah, it
yeah.
it flopped majorly.
But it's a good
starting to
point
come
now.
back.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah,
good
it's
point
starting
now.
to come back. It's starting to revive.
So super quick, before we move on to the final section, because you know what, I think we're gonna have a
Movies,
slightly
yeah.
longer. We're gonna have a slightly longer podcast today. I don't mind that one too much. So
Yeah.
seeing my guy Zam in the chat. Hey buddy, how you doing? Another great streamer that you guys need to check out on Twitch. Just gonna casually put this out there: twitch.tv/Zamzara. It'll be in the description. I have been watching him
And
play.
all this will be in Discord too.
Yes, it's in the Discord as well. Thank you. I keep jumping into his streams when he's playing a game called Ring of Elysium. So it's like it's another one of those battle royale games. It's free, I believe. It's actually really good. Like that thing, from what I've seen, is battle royale, but not, because it's not about kills, and it's not about, well, it is about kills in some respect, because I mean, if you get shot at, you need to kill people, but it's not about being the last person standing with the most kills. It's about survive and get to a helicopter and get evac'd. And instead of there being like a storm that's just like a big ring coming in, sections of the map close down because the weather gets worse. So like you're skiing or rappelling or climbing up walls to get places. You have to get the ability to do that stuff from I don't think it's the battle pass. I think it's like a climbing pack that you have to. I don't know. Zam might be able to clarify this on the comment section, whether it's you buy them or you earn them or you level up to them. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a really good game. Like you could choose where you want to go on the map and it will spawn you there. Then you basically survive the storm closing down sections of the map the same way as you would if there was like a storm ring coming in, except it's not a ring. It will literally just go, right, we're going to shut down the whole north of the map, and the south of the map's going to be a thing, and then like the northeast of the southeast of the map's closing, so only the southwest of the map's going to be a thing, and then it just slowly sort of goes into a section. A helicopter comes in, there's only 4 seats on that chopper. Only 4 seats, and that's it. You just go from there. You go. So apparently, we've got a new volcano map coming to it soon. Sam's helping us out in the chat here real quick, which I can definitely guess he is going to be looking forward to, and I can see him streaming that like crazy. And all of the Trousel stuff is unlocked from the start, and you just pick them up. So there you go. So that's a good thing. But Ring of Elysium is looking like it's going to be a damn good little battle royale type thing, because it's not one of those, hey, let me build a wall because someone's shooting at me. Let me build a box because reasons. I wonder if you can tell that I hate Fortnite. You know?
Yeah, just burn the makers of Epic.
Yeah, I can't stand Fortnite as a game, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things. So the volcano map's gonna have BMX's grappling hooks and a glider, and possibly even lava. So that'd be quite cool. But yeah, Ring of Elysium, check it out. It's on Steam. It's absolutely amazing. We'll see if we can throw the Steam link down in the chat. Not the chat. The description. This description is going to be nothing but links tomorrow, I think. Which hell, no one reads descriptions anyway, so that's probably a good thing. So let's
right on to movies, yeah.
Let's move on to the movies and any other business, because then we can start wrapping up. So movies real quick, as we were touching on earlier, you have been out to the cinema, you have gone and watched Venom. So let's get your input on that one real quick.
Venom, I enjoyed. A lot of people were butthurt and said it was shite, it wasn't what it was meant to be. But I just want to put out there, if you've seen the start of it, or if you've seen the trailer, you know it's not Marvel. It's Sony in association with Marvel.
This is very true.
So
also, to very quickly answer the chat real quick on that one, how do you go from making Gears of War to Fortnite, and where did they go wrong? Money. So
drugs.
Yeah, they were smoking
lots of drugs.
They were praising the sun quite hard that day. Right. So Venom, it's Sony in association with Marvel. It's not a direct Marvel property.
Yeah.
It's still the Sony Studios on this one. Bearing in mind, spoilers ahead for anyone. Yeah, spoilers ahead for anyone who's not seen it.
It's not linked to Spider-Man, hence why it's not got the proper storyline, because Sony has worked with what they have bought, which is why it's not set in New York, which is why it's not got no link to Spider-Man, which is why it's the way that Venom comes in is the same way.
It seems a little strange to
But
think that there's a Venom movie that has nothing to do with the Spider-Verse. It's like, but isn't that where it's meant to be? Venom being the one of the arch enemies of Spider-Man. It does not compute. But
eventually there probably will be a collaboration between Sony and Marvel where they probably will link the two together at some point. I know that Sony has finally given up being arseholes and actually given the rights for X-Men to Marvel.
Marvel has the rights to the X-Men again, which is going to be absolutely amazing, which means we might finally get the X-Men versus Avengers movie that everyone has been wanting for a long time. Which, speaking of Avengers, sorry, while we're on this, has there's been rumors, and I hope these are true, that we may be getting a certain Claude Freak in the next film. Sorry, carry on.
Yep. If what has been said by Robert Downey Jr. during the Ultron release
Fox,
and what has been said,
it might be Fox, not Sony. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, and has basically been said during like the Golden Globe Awards, a certain metal-headed enemy named Ultron will be returning.
That would be an interesting
because if you think about it, what the link is the fact that Tony Stark was supposed to be creating Ultron to be the Earth's defense against aliens.
This is true.
He said it is the war to end wars.
Well, it'll be an interesting thing. I can't wait to see how Endgame goes. But quickly going back to...
It would kind of make sense. It would kind of make sense because if you think about it, this is Robert Downey Jr.'s last film, and Ultron could basically be like, right, you're hanging up the suit if I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, I mean, that could kind of work. So finishing off on Venom, would you say Tom Hardy did a good job in the role? That's one thing I've always wondered, because that guy's gone from so many different things. He's been from Star Trek to Batman to playing a UFC fighter to...
Is Star Trek the one that Han Solo was the captain of?
Someone kicked that guy.
I'm sorry. I've got to throw that out there. I've got to wind up the nerds for that one. I was doing it the other night in a Xbox party. I was winding up a guy basically being like, hold on, did Han Solo captain the Enterprise?
Kick that guy square in the dick. So, yeah, he went from playing some skinny guy Shinzon in Star Trek Nemesis all the way through to some muscle-bound freaking Batman to... He's done a really good job in his movies. So how's he doing this one?
Oh, yeah. He does well. He does really, really good. He plays it well, and he is a major badass in it. And honestly, the Venom movie is the right between comedy and action. It does balance it. There is moments where the guy's just like, oh fuck, we're gonna die, and all you hear is Venom's voice come through, and he's just like, we're fucking not gonna die. I'm taking over here. Honestly, right, there is one scene, spoiler alert here, there is one scene where he's first getting to terms with Venom and actually getting used to him, and honestly, the enemy busts in the door, the guy stands there, raises his hands, he's just like, and Venom's just like, what you doing? And he's just like, I'm giving up. And Venom's just like, no, I'm not. And there is a semi-argument there where they're fighting over control of the arms, basically raising them and lowering them, and the guys are just standing there being like, what the fuck, is this kid on drugs?
That sounds like that could be quite good. So you would definitely say that it would have worked better as like an 18 movie rather than what they gave it 15.
Oh yeah. But again, if you're going to watch it, I do want you to go in with a clean slate of mind. Do not think of this as a Marvel film.
Oh, please, thank you. I'm happy someone says that, because there is a guy, I won't name him, I won't tell you know where I know him from, but there is a guy who I see daily talking about movies. Like he considers himself as a film buff, and he does live reviews every day. Like literally every time he goes out to see a film, you'll see him on live doing a review of it. Like literally, he will post, "Expect a review later." And
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this knowing he doesn't listen to the podcast, but if you ever do, buddy, this is something I've been wanting to say to you for a while. So I guess consider this my open letter to him right now. Nobody cares what you think. But then again, nobody cares what we think. We're a random podcast out in the middle of nowhere. But
Yeah.
he goes into every film going, "Oh, I hope I'm not disappointed. Oh, it's obviously going to be better than The Last Jedi." Because apparently every single film is shit compared. Like every single film is better than The Last Jedi. Like literally everything he goes and sees is, "Hey, it wasn't good, but at least it wasn't as bad as The Last Jedi." And I'm just like, fucking give it up, dude. The
But-
film's been out for over a year and a half. It was a middle child film, which every middle child film in a
Yeah.
trilogy suffers from. It's not perfect. It's never going to be. It's never going to be great because it's a middle child. You can't start up a story and end it in a film because people will bitch. You can't end a story from the first film because people will bitch, and you'll have nothing left for the middle of the trilogy. You can start up a story and finish it in the next one, but people will bitch because there's no conclusion to the one you've just come across because there's going to be a third film. Stop
But
comparing a middle
again-
child film to everything else because it was not as good as you expected.
Again, he's got to fucking. Again, he's got to take in consideration when he goes into the film that it's no longer Lucas Art that does the
It's
films.
Disney.
It's no longer. Yeah, it's the crackheads at Disney that now fucking
It's-
own the rights to the Star
it's a
Wars
simple
films.
case
So
of-
of course, it's not going to be like the rest of them.
It's a simple case of, and I've seen so many people doing this, they go into a movie theater these days expecting something and then come out disappointed because it didn't live up to their expectations.
Oh, no,
Because they
I
watched
saw
the
this-
trailers
I s-
and everything.
I
Like-
saw this. I saw this with the Resident Evil films. I'm going to say this myself. The Resident Evil films did get progressively worse. So I did not expect much going into the last chapter of the Resident Evil films. And
Very true.
I'm not going to lie, that film blew my socks off. It was back to the start again.
Exactly,
It was
they actually went back
to
to
what
the-
it was. It was actually really good.
And to
I
point out on
enjoyed
to point out to kind of agree with what Pig's saying here that Alien and Empire Strikes Back and T2 they were some of the exceptions to the rule of certain bits and pieces. Like there are middle child films that will be good. Like you will always have middle
Yeah.
trilogy films that are as good, if not better. I mean, look at Die Hard 1 compared to Die Hard 2. Die Hard 1 definitive film. Die Hard 2, a little bit of copy and paste. Don't like so much, but
Yeah.
not as good. Die Hard 3, should have left it at that. Anything on from that was just what the fuck are you thinking? Bruce Willis just needs more money. But you can't look at something like The Last Jedi and constantly compare every single film to, oh, it's shit, but at least it's not as shit as Last Jedi. Because, okay, yeah, Leia in space with the whole Mary Poppins thing and a couple of other bits and pieces, it was not perfect. But
Yeah.
it's,
Again, it was Disney.
exactly,
It was a middle child
it's,
film, and it was Disney.
it's a middle
Of
child,
course,
it's Disney,
aren't
it's not going to be good.
Yeah,
I
of course,
liked it,
Disney
personally.
aren't going to write off a character mid-film or at any point in the film who is a main character who is supposed to captivate the children's hearts.
Exactly, but
They're not going to fucking do it.
plus you think about it at the same time, at that point, Leia was supposed to continue on into the third film, and then unfortunately we lost the one and only good thing that was Carrie Fisher.
God-
So they
God
had to
rest
find a
her
way.
soul.
They had to find a way of keeping her going. Like you see that woman roasting George Lucas at one point. Oh my god, she is so fucking good. It'll be on YouTube. It's amazing. Right, let's start winding down because I realize we've gone over time as we normally tend to do on this thing. In fact, we normally tend to hit time on this thing, so it's not too bad. Plus, we've got the post show, so if you guys want to stick around for that, you're always welcome to. And again, I know I keep plugging this, but if you want to listen to the post show that doesn't make it up onto the channel, we are twitch.tv/that Mr. J. We might eventually come up with a specialist channel just for the podcast. Eventually, you never know if there's enough demand for it. So,
I want to put out a little a sponsor word from the Discord.
Okay.
If you are listening to this on Twitch, the Asylum community has actually now become a community. We have now got a Road to Affiliate program. If you do join the Discord and you do want to be on the Road to Affiliate program, I would because it is me that does it for Mr. J. I would like to at least see one stream from you. I would like to see that you are dedicated, because we do not want I know this sounds bad to say this. We do want to help people, but we don't want people who are going to come on, get onto it, basically get affiliate, and then leave it there.
I want to also stress
We want to help people.
we're not charging for
Sorry.
this. We're not charging for
Yeah,
this
it's
help.
a
This is
free
just us
service.
being us. Like we're not. I want to touch on this in another episode. So this is where the other business bit comes in. So I want to be getting Zam into a stream of this at some point, and I want to be talking about this sort of stuff because next time I want to talk about these people that charge for stream shout outs on their Twitter. Or on this sort of stuff. We're going to be touching on that on the next one when we've got Sam in with us and a couple of other people. So yes, please carry on with the.
But we have now got the road to affiliate. If you come in, I would like to see one stream from you, and if I will probably like what I see, because I'm not biased at all. I can tell a genuine person.
He hates me.
I can tell a genuine. No, I love you, Jay. I can tell genuine people. I can tell if your heart's going to be into it, and we will give you help. I just want to make sure that you aren't going to be into it and get the affiliate and then leave it from there. I do want to give you a full disclaimer though. Streaming is not an easy thing. It is not for the faint of heart. There is going to be days where you have maybe 10 viewers, and then there will be days where you have no viewers.
And I can speak from experience on this one because last year,
same here.
My stream last year, I won't lie, was the year that I nearly decided to quit because I was pretty much streaming to nobody throughout it. The last couple of months in the year reaffirmed my faith in streaming. I found Zam. He's inspired me through quite a few things, and he's been helping me out quite a lot, which is why I want to almost do like a Let's Talk Shop podcast with Zam at some point.
Yeah.
Let's get some ideas out there. Let's help you guys out as much as we can.
But it is not for the faint of heart. And if you do want to pick it up, all I'm going to suggest is fuck the numbers.
Exactly.
Don't do it because you want to get somewhere, you want to get big, you want to become the next Dr. Disrespect or something. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you enjoy it. Do it because you enjoy giving entertainment to people.
Exactly. Don't do it because you've seen these big guys and you've heard how much they make and go, hey, look at this. Yeah. I'm gonna become the next Ninja because I can play Fortnite really well, or I'm gonna become the next Dr. Disrespect because I can play Battle Royales really well, or I'm gonna become the next Summit, I'm gonna become the next this. Do it because you love gaming. The most important thing in streaming is that you have a passion for playing those games. Don't care about where you're at, don't care about if you're affiliate or partner or anything like that. I've been doing this is my 4th year of doing this now. And the highest I've ever got in anything is I've had like a near 200 view account for about 10 minutes because I was playing Minecraft back in the day, and I don't know if I ever got rated at that point because I never had anything going. I was stressing over that thing, and then it went. The second highest I ever had was nearly 100 when I was playing Star Trek Online when the new DLC came out once. Had an active chat, absolutely amazing. A lot of those people don't come back anymore. That's the thing you have to worry about. Do not worry about if you see someone in your chat, chatting it up for a day, they follow you, they say they'll be back, and they never come back. That isn't important. The fact that you had them in there that day is all that matters, because some people will come in for one game and never come back for it unless you stream anything else. Some people will come for your gameplay, some people will come for you, some people will come because of your community. Just keep in mind that no matter what you're doing, you will appeal to someone.
One thing I do suggest is, before you start doing it, me and Mr. J have both made the stupid mistake. We are both variety streamers. We did it before we got our name out there. We did it before we were anything. That's why we can't, I know this sounds bad to say, Jay, but that's why we can't get viewers, because we don't have a consistent game that we play.
Yeah, because we're not dedicated. Like we've not made our name being dedicated to one thing and one thing alone. We've
kept your viewers for Minecraft and Star Trek Online, but you didn't stick to that. If you stuck to that, you would have grown.
From I could have been that Mr. J, the guy who knows everything he's doing on Star Trek Online. Everyone come watch me, sort of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Me with my Resident Evil speedruns, but we didn't stick to that. We went to variety streaming. So if there's one game that you enjoy the most and you do enjoy a lot and play a lot, say like Overwatch, play that, stick to that, get a regular schedule on the go. So basically have down on your panel being like, these are the days I stream, these are the times I stream from, until and stick to that schedule, stick to that time slots, and I will guarantee that you will have people who come back constantly at those times, who enjoy the gameplay or enjoy your banter or enjoy the community, and they will come back and they will interact and they will become a part of your community.
And that is
They
when
will-
if you decide you want to start moving on to other games, is when you start to do that and you start expanding your horizons. So on that note, I think it's about time that we wind down. We close the page on another script, and then on another episode of Off the Script. You see what I did there? So today, this has been an experience. I've quite enjoyed recording Off the Script live, getting you guys in the chat on stream involved. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the listening. Well, Pig is always always known for being able to help us out with bits and pieces. He always fills in the gaps that we forget. If you guys want to hear more from Off the Script, as always, you know what to do. I hate doing this YouTuber stuff, but please, if you have enjoyed, feel free to like the video. It doesn't really make a difference. Shut up! This is my job, not yours. You're obsolete from this point on. Please feel free. Drop a like. Drop a like on the video if you want to. Subscribe if you wish, because cool. Don't forget, if you are the 100th subscriber to the channel, Elite will be sitting there and singing you a personalized little song. He has said it on podcast multiple times. He has said it on the stream multiple times. We have him with a legally binding contract on that, so it will happen. So please feel free to subscribe. There will be cake as well. There will be cake. You'll have to make it yourself, though. And of course, please feel free to share this podcast out to anyone you like. We are going to be looking into extending where the podcast goes soon. It won't just be a YouTube thing. It may eventually become available on Spotify and iTunes and all that other good stuff. We need to look into that soon. But what more can you ask for? So until next time, boys and girls, I have been Jay. He has been Dan. This has been another episode of Off the Script. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll catch you all.
Ta-ta for now.
Next time.